Hi, I'm meteorologist Peter Hall. Here's a look at your NBC3 First Alert forecast. The majority of central New York is going to be in the warm sector as we go through time today, tonight, and tomorrow. Now, there are flood watches in effect for all of our viewing area because of the fact that we have had already some rain. We've had quite a bit of melting, and any snow that's left over is going to be completely gone for almost all of central New York. We're also going to see a period of more steady rain coming in through the course of the morning hours Saturday, and it'll be steady to heavy at times this afternoon through tonight. The combination of the snow melt, the fact that we're having more steady rain, we're probably going to get an additional 1 to 1.5 inches of rain for most of central New York between daybreak Saturday and through Sunday. Well, that kind of accumulation of rain and the fact that we've had snow melt and the fact that the ground is semi-frozen could result in some localized flooding. Best chances, those low-lying areas that's susceptible to spring flooding and perhaps near rivers, streams, and lakes. For example, we'll keep an eye on Cross Lake, Black River, the Tioughnioga River, the Mohawk River, and the Shenango River, et cetera, et cetera. You get the point. We're going to be in the 50s this morning, much of central and southern New York. As the rain begins, we'll drop back into the 40s and then eventually 30s for central New York, but a humongous, huge difference in temperatures up north. You'll see that in a second. This is the warmest and wettest days actually, when you include tomorrow too, that central New York has had this month. Hence the fact that we've got that potential flooding issue. And then there's the far north country. I've been pounding the table about this since Thursday. Significant ice accumulation likely for the very far north country. This does not include all of the north country. I think places like Old Forge should be okay. But you go from about Watertown, and especially north of Watertown, you get into that A-Bay, Gouverneur-Ogdensburg area, Potsdam. There are going to be some spots that wind up with a total of an inch at least of ice accumulation, up to 1.5 inches, maybe a little more. Of course, when you hear the word ice storm warning, which is in effect up there, you probably are thinking 1998. For comparison's sake, the far, far north country during that event got 3 to 4 inches of ice. Am I expecting 3 to 4 inches of ice? While I can't rule out 3, it's unlikely that that's going to occur. Probably more like 1 inch to 2 inches of ice, which is still significant and which will still likely cause some trees and power lines to go down and some localized power outages for the very, 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 very far north country. Here you go. So again, I'm going to just draw a line for you, and from about this line north, that's going to be your best chances for significant ice accumulation. Temperatures with a northeast wind there are going to get stuck in the 20s from this line northwest. Just to the south, there are widespread 40s and even some 50s to the south this morning. Batches of steadier rain, and yes, freezing rain, which is literally it falls as rain, and maybe some sleet too, and then freezes on contact to the roads, power lines, trees. That's why I'm very concerned, Watertown north to Ogdensburg, for significant icing. While again, here in central New York it's rain, we'll keep an eye on any flooding potentials. It's still 20s up north tomorrow with 40s and 50s and maybe some 60s in central New York on Sunday. Precipitation probability remains very high right through Monday, although the Monday precipitation and Tuesday precipitation much, much, much lighter. Temps are all over the place. You can see that. The coldest morning is, well, Christmas morning. I'm meteorologist Peter Hall. More on CNYCentral.com.